It's news time. Information is power. Be current. Nnamdi Kanu. Why Southeast governors can't stop Ipob seats at home. Ikbiazu. Words quoted by prominent politicians in the country. The news in full. Abia State Governor Dr. Ikbiazu has said that through the Vanguard during an interview that the number of policemen, and equipment used by them to fight the insecurity in the state cannot, solve the insecurity in the southeast region. And also, the governor should not be blamed because they are all just called chief security officers, but they do not have total control of security issues in the southeast because it is the federal government that has the order to straight off to the security agencies in the country. And also, these are some quotes of some words of the politicians that have been quoted over the week yet again. The governor of Ebonyi State, who is also the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, David Umahi, describes the agitations for Biafra as madness, saying that most elites in the region do not want such. They are representatives of all journalists who stand up for this ideal in a world in which democracy and freedom of the press face increasingly adverse conditions. Chairwoman of the Norwegian Nobel Committee, Berit Reiss-Andersen, speaks about the works of journalists Maria Ressa of the Philippines and Dmitry Muratov of Russia, who won the Nobel Prize Peace. 3. Good relations with Afghanistan are good for everyone. Nothing should be done to weaken the existing government in Afghanistan, which can lead to problems for the people. Taliban warns the United States not to destabilize the regime during their first face-to-face talks since the U.S. withdrawal, as a deadly sectarian bombing raised further questions about their grip on power. Though he attempted putting up some resistance when troops made efforts to take him into custody, he was not assaulted or subjected to brutalization. The Nigerian army reacts to the arrest of the Nollywood actor Chiweta Luagu, saying that he was inciting members of the public and soliciting support for the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. Number 5. Where the president comes from has never been the problem of Nigeria. I can cite examples, neither will it be the solution. There is no such thing as a president from southern Nigeria or president from northern Nigeria. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar says that where the president comes from has never been the solution to the series of problems facing the nation. Number 6. It is unlikely that our recovery from this recession have been as fast without the sustained government expenditure funded partly by debt. The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, again defends recent borrowing by the federal government, insisting that they were instrumental for the country's exit from recessions. 7. Why are you having separatist agitations everywhere today? In the West, in the South, in the South-South, is that some people are unable to manage our diversity? That is just a fact. Senate Minority Inyinaya Abaribe says that there are dozens of separatists in the southeast region of the country because the ethnic divide has not been properly managed. 8. We find the renewed desperation by the South to threaten the northern people's right to franchise, a deliberate attempt to bastardize democracy, cause greater instability in the guise of contentious, undemocratic power shift arrangements, and therefore unacceptable. The coalition of northern groups CNG oppose the zoning arrangement by political parties, describing it as unconstitutional and a plot to intimidate the North from contesting from presidency in 2023. We gave them the name bandits, probably to just soft pedal because terrorism in the international arena is regarded as the most heinous crime that any people can engage in. Senator Adamu Bulkachua says that bandits are not different from terrorists, insisting that both groups operate the same way. 10. The conditions make a mockery of the case pending before the ECOWAS court and create a risk that the course of justice will be seriously impeded or prejudiced in this case. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, urges President Muhammadu Buhari to urgently withdraw the impermissible conditions imposed on Twitter pending the final determination of the suit at the ECOWAS Court of Justice. We face a global recovery that's remained hobbled by the pandemic and its impact. We are unable to walk forward properly. An exterior view of the building of the International Monetary Fund with the IMG logo is seen on March 27, 2020 in Washington, D.C. The IMF predicts that global economic bounce back from the COVID-19 crisis will downshift this year, saying that as countries struggle with rising prices, high debts, loans, and divergent recoveries in which poor nations are slipping behind wealthier ones. 12. In developing or third world countries, it is the escalator of strife, pogroms, and civil war, and has played a big role in the countries torn to pieces by tribal war, such as its playing out in Syria, which has become the hotbed of Captagon, and Afghanistan, which controls the opium trade. Chairman, Chief Executive of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa, retired, says that cannabis cannot be legalized in the country, considering the current security challenges. 13. Nigeria must go beyond a never-ending potential for becoming a great nation to an actually great one. Many presidents have said it. Shehu Shagari, Olusegun Obasanjo, Umaru Yar'Adua, Goodluck Jonathan, but here we are today, still just a country with potentials. Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, says that the inherent potentials which in the past have remained dormant in Nigeria have started to be utilized. 14. Some have expressed concern over our resort to borrowing finance from our fiscal gaps, and they are right to be concerned. President Muhammadu Buhari has told Nigerians that they have a right to be concerned about recent borrowings by the federal government. However, it is needed for him to do the needed so as to make sure that we are all free from poverty. Thanks for listening.